Okay, just a disclaimer for the morons where, just the steps in the brain don't connect properly. Okay? When adults have conversations, we generally are talking about in general and overall experiences, okay? Um I am talking about society overall in this conversation and how society tends to react to beauty overall. So, it is common sense that every single human is not the same. There are some exceptions. But when adults have conversations, we are talking about overall, the overall experience for beautiful women and overall how men react to beauty. Okay? You really don't need to let me know or inform me or enlighten me that, oh, you're a man and you do this and I know that. Okay? I know that there are genuinely just shy people out there, but what I'm about to say is the truth for beautiful women overall. I am a truth teller. Okay, so all right. Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about covert femcel logic, what women who get overlooked tell themselves to make themselves feel better about getting overlooked, and also how women tend to nag other women. It's not just men that nag. Women nag other women too. I hope you know this. I want to talk about a talking point that is like a little bit dysfunctional and backwards, and I'm going to unpack this talking point. So, we have all came across women with the logic of, oh, the woman that walks in the room and gets all of the male attention, it's because the more male attention you get, it means the more raggedy you look, the more unkept you look, the more unattractive you are, because men just feel like those women are just more easy. So if you're getting overlooked and nobody's paying you any mind, don't worry, girl. It's because you're super pretty. That's why. Like, they're too intimidated by your beauty. That's why. That's why nobody's like looking at you. But like when everybody's boyfriends be looking at the girl that walks in a room, it's not because she's beautiful, it's because she looks raggedy and unattractive. That's why. So that is a common talking point. I know you ladies have heard women say that before. Like, the more raggedy you look, the more male attention that you get, okay? I am so tired of women saying this. So here I am. I am outside of my complex right now looking raggedy, and I live in a decent area, okay? And I'm walking around, been outside for a cool minute, just recording and stuff like that. You probably can't hear because my microphone tunes out sounds. It's really good. Um, and right now, let me give you a little OOTD, okay? I have on big old sweatpants. I threw my hair up in a bun to the side. I rolled out of bed. I have no makeup on. I probably look crusty in the face because, my skin, I have dry skin. I have on a jacket with no bra, big old sweatpants, and to top off the raggedy look, so that way I'm following these girls' advice. So they said the more male attention you get, it's because you look raggedy and unattractive. Okay. So if you're getting male attention, according to their logic, it's because you're unattractive and raggedy, okay? Because when you're really pretty, they ignore you, okay? So, me being male centered, you know how they always say I'm male centered? Well, I'm very male centered and I want male attention. So, I'm following their guide, okay? So, my sneakers right now, I have on dirty New Balances. They actually have a hole in it to top off the raggedy look that they're talking about. So, I feel like I look unattractive. So, according to them, when I walk down the street, you're supposed to be getting men chasing after you when you look ugly, raggedy, and unattractive. Okay, so far from what I've gathered is nobody is checking for me. I actually feel very overlooked. I feel very safe, invisible. Guys, they've been driving by in their car. They look for 1 second, quickly look away because it's like nothing to look at here. But nobody's like stopping and staring, so there's nothing captivating about my beauty. But I'm following their logic. And then according to them, right, when I go in the house and get dressed up and I do a little 1-2 to my face, get my hair together, put on a cute outfit, maybe even throw on some heels, I'm supposed to get ignored by men in my best state. So when I'm in my best state, I'm supposed to get ignored by men. When I look really good, men are supposed to be too shy and intimidated to approach me. That's their logic, okay? And also, I've seen them say this to a girl on TikTok that was coming out. She was like, "Oh, I don't get approached by men and I feel some type of way." And everybody was like, "Oh, it's because you're too pretty." Men only they only give attention to raggedy, ugly looking girls. So raggedy, ugly looking girls, they get male attention. According to their logic, when I look really dressed up, everybody's supposed to be ignoring me when I look super good. Okay, nobody's supposed to be looking, nobody's supposed to be coming up to me. I'm supposed to get no male attention or less male attention when I look good. Obviously, this is wrong information. Okay? This is so wrong. I didn't need to go outside to test this out, but it was just so illogical and funny the way every woman swears by this. Okay? I am a woman myself. I've been a woman my entire life. And I know for a fact that it is a night and day experience from when I look raggedy and ugly versus when I look fine as F and I look super good. Okay? Listen, this whole notion of so when men see beauty, they turn away, they turn a blind eye, and they don't give it any attention. The ones that get it attention, it's because they're ugly, like they're chopped, like they're unattractive, like they're raggedy. Those are the ones that, all the men flock to. That is so far from the truth. If anything, first of all, the women that say this look like a Megan Fox or Adriana Lima, and then we can kind of start that conversation. Y'all don't be looking that good. Like, what are you talking about? Secondly, no. If anything, when you look really good, it provokes the most audacity in people. Like rules, all this rules and regulation, like, oh, when you look good, they're going to be too shy. Shy, it brings out the audacity in people. Okay? When I look good, I've had men literally try to get at me in front of partners in the past. They don't care. Nobody cares when you look good. Nobody cares about you following the law when you look good. Nobody cares about you paying for anything when you look good. You can talk to people crazy when you look good. I've literally had men almost get into a car accident from staring at me, cocking their neck back, staring at me so long that they almost got into a freaking car crash. Okay? Nobody cares about anything when beauty is in the room. I was with my partner and a man almost tripped down the stairs trying to cock his neck back and goes, "Dang," in front of my man. Nobody cares about anything. If anything, like, what is with this notion of when you look really good, men are just gonna be shy and quiet? What? It's insane. It's ludicrous to me. People do not shy. Is that why some married men are willing to split up their entire family when beauty walks in the room and risk it all? Is that why everybody's boyfriends be checking out the fine chick that walks by? People be ready to risk it all, get into car crash, break up their family, lose their relationship. I have literally been near cops multiple times doing things I shouldn't be doing, and they don't say anything. They literally just turn a blind eye. So, if anything, no, that's not true that you're just so, oh my God, all of you guys look like Adriana Lima. Like, all of you guys are so strikingly gorgeous that no guys have the audacity. No, that's not true. Okay? I guess Holly Berry, she must be raggedy and ugly because she has the male gaze. Most of you guys' boyfriends, if they were being honest, and they would tell you that, they find her attractive, they find Nia Long attractive and stuff like that. And Nia Long and Holly Berry, is that why all of the male artists be serenading them in their songs and writing love songs about Nia Long and Holly Berry and name dropping them? Oh, she's so fine and whoop de doo. They got the male gaze. It must be because they're unattractive and raggedy. Because according to these talking points, those are the women that get the male gaze. Okay? Okay. So we can clearly see, now you can kind of see where I'm leaning with this conversation. This is also how women who get overlooked, it's how they nag pretty women. Okay? Nothing has changed. The more prettier you are, the more male attention you're going to get for the most part. Okay? But they're trying to flip it because you know what? When they're sitting back and forth, rocking at night, going online, typing they're decentered from men, but coming up with illogical conversations like this 24/7 about men, that is their only way to help them sleep at night as to why they're getting overlooked. They're sitting over there and delusionally telling themselves, oh, the reason why I'm getting overlooked by men is because I'm just too gorgeous. Okay, I don't care. That's femcel logic to me. I'm sorry. And also, they say this too. It's like two birds in one stone. They say this to cope with the fact that they're skipped over, they're the skip me's, they get overlooked and stuff like that, while also negging the pretty woman. So now they got the pretty woman thinking, well, dang, I'm getting male attention. Is because I'm ugly and raggedy and unkept. And so this is how they make even beautiful women question themselves. So this is why you see videos of like strikingly gorgeous women like Megan Fox and Adriana Lima. Okay, they keep popping up in my mind. I watched a video the other day when they were younger and I guess in their prime or whatever. They were talking about I'm super insecure. I don't like the way I look. I don't like my body. I don't like my nose. And I'm just like, are you insane? You are literally one of the most prettiest girls on earth. Literally. But see, this is how femcells neg beautiful women. And it's just one of the tactics of how they try to take beautiful women down a notch. Oh, you're only getting all of that attention because you're ugly. Whole time the girl is strikingly gorgeous, and that's why your boyfriend looks when she walks in the room. Okay, and that be why women be mad at the pretty girl is because their boyfriends be looking. But that's another conversation. But they even do this with even cooking with Kaya. It's like heaven forbid we just admit simple math. 1 + 1 = 2. If you are pretty, guys, they'll be there for the most part. They do this with cooking with Kaya, and I covered a video on cooking with Kaya. Okay, cooking with Kaya, they're saying, oh, they're coming up with all these reasons. They're trying to take her down a notch. She looks cheap. She looks attainable. She looks raggedy. She's ugly. She's dusty. That's why she has the male gaze. No, how about she's fine as F? And that body that she got on her that you don't have, that's why your boyfriends are watching her. Okay? That's why. How about that? How about that? How about the girl is gorgeous? I even watched a clip of India Love. India Love, I used to love her back in the day. I used to love me some India Love, and I seen a video of her admitting, I'm super insecure. I don't like the way I look. India Love was also opened up about like getting bullied by women her whole life. Yes, that's why she's insecure. Because it's not just men that try to neg you. Men will try to neg you sometimes. But it's also, I think it's mainly women that do the negging. They're always negging beautiful women. They're always trying to downplay women's beauty, or if women walk in the room and soak up all of the male attention. Oh, it's because she looks raggedy. Oh, her clothes are too tight. That's why. I see that cope too. Okay. And it's like, please, if your body was T, some of you guys, you hide behind the whole modest thing because you're shaped like the girl in Times Square, okay? If your body was T, you'd be wearing T clothes too. Cut that out, please. So, yeah, I just constantly notice I'm always seeing examples of women not only trying to, in the same breath, cope as to why people aren't checking for them, but make up excuses as to why people are checking for that girl. And this is why you'll see, like on threads like Lipstick Alley, ludicrous things like beauty icons like Holly Berry. Women are saying, oh, men only like her because she's mid and boring looking. Men are attracted to boring looking women. And, the ones that get ignored, like us, it's because we're strikingly gorgeous. That's why we're getting ignored. They come up with these delusional psychosis. I do feel like somebody had said when women do not receive adoration or attention, it makes them have psychosis. I think Six the Goddess said that. Yes, they start literally turning crazy and saying backwards stuff like ugly girls get all the attention and pretty girls get ignored. Okay? I'm serious. I feel like the lack of male attention makes women turn psychotic because how do you even come up with math like that? Like, look on the screen. I literally broke it down. I broke down their math. So, femcel coping logic. If you're unattractive, you'll get more male attention. And if you're attractive, you'll get no male attention, less male attention. That is so backwards. Psychosis basically literally means, by definition, a break from reality. It's basically a person being delusional. And it's just a super delusional talking point to cope as to why you're not getting attention. I'm just going to continue to talk about how these girls, not only do they cope with them not getting attention, but they're always trying to neg the pretty women that do and put doubt in their head. And another talking point that I want to talk about, like I said, when you're beautiful, you don't bring out the shyness in people. Beauty is not in the eye of the beholder. And what this means is, if I put a picture of an ugly person and then Megan Fox next to each other, everybody's going to say Megan Fox is more attractive. So everybody recognizes beauty when beauty walks in the room. No matter what your type is, no matter what cultural background you are, like, I don't really look to white women for my beauty standard, but I can still acknowledge when a white woman like Megan Fox is beautiful. You get what I'm saying? That's what beauty is not in the eye of the beholder means. Science has actually tested this out. Okay, but people have all of their excuses. Some people be lying. You see the way they lie and downplay beautiful women all the time. So leave it up to people. They'll be like, oh, no, that's not true. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder because I feel like Megan Fox is ugly. And it's like, well, yeah, you say that because you're lying, but deep down inside, when we study humans unbiasedly, no. So with that being said, um, like I said in the last video, conversation is immediately over when women try to say that you can control what type of attention that you get. So you'll see women online saying, if you dress a certain way, if you look really expensive, you'll only get attention from millionaires, and no creeps or people like that will want you. Nope. I can already tell that's a woman that gets online and lies all day in caps. Because if that's the case, if the more expensive you look, creeps shouldn't bother you, right? Okay. Then let's take Taylor Swift for an example. White girls love her. She's like a beauty icon. Okay. She's a billionaire and she's expensive, but yet she still had a creepy man literally swim to her house. I guess her house is surrounded, her mansion is surrounded by water. A man swam to Taylor Swift's house, a creepy man. But according to their logic online, the more expensive you look, the more beautiful you look, you shouldn't get any creeps at all. So beautiful women do not get harassed, according to these people online. And it's like, no, it's actually the exact opposite. Like I said, when beautiful women talk about the cons of being beautiful, you will have femme cells that are jealous of her try to put doubt into her like beauty, I guess, and say, oh, well, if you looked better, if you were more expensive, you wouldn't really attract these scenarios. But it's like, look at Taylor Swift. She's super pretty and she's a billionaire and she attracted that scenario. So that's another way that they try to downplay, get the beautiful woman to like kind of just downplay her, how the way she looks. Like, oh, it's because you look raggedy. That's why you're attracting creeps and dusties and stuff like that. It's like, no, beauty is not in the eye of the beholder. So creeps see the same beauty as the rich millionaires that you guys want see. Okay? That's why I said in the last video, you're going to attract good and bad attention when you're beautiful because everybody sees you're beautiful. Everybody recognizes beauty the same. So the creep around the corner, he sees that you're beautiful, and so does the guy with money over there. He sees that you're beautiful. You're going to get attention from both people. That is why Taylor Swift, a billionaire, had a man swim to her house to try to access her beauty. Okay? People have the audacity. They don't care about the law when you're beautiful. They'll let you break all types of rules. They'll even break rules. This is why most beautiful women have at least had in their lifetime a stalker or two. Psychologists have even studied that beauty can invoke stalkers. Mentally deranged see beauty the same way too. Okay? Everybody sees beauty the same. So the psychopath down the street, he sees that you're beautiful. And so does the millionaire. And so, yeah, one girl, we see girls all the time talking about if you look more expensive, you won't attract that type of attention, if you look really good. And women were checking her in the comment section and they were basically just like, girl, nothing will stop men from having the audacity if you look good. Okay? That's like me saying on YouTube, since I have the spotlight on me, if I play it safe and talk about certain topics, I won't get any negative comments. And it's like, no, I joke around and I literally say, I could post a video, and one day I'll test this out. I could post a video saying the sky is blue, and there will still be people disagreeing with me, arguing with me, debating with me. I'll still get negative attention no matter how I try to maneuver it or manipulate it. So sometimes another femcel logic is, if you look a certain way, you'll just only get positive attention and no negative attention. Okay? This is how women who live in La La Land tend to neg the pretty woman that has experiences like what Taylor Swift experienced. It's like, well, if only you were more leveled up, if only you looked better, if only you looked more expensive. Themselves online also say things like, oh, well, it's probably because of the neighborhood you live in. You live in the ghetto, a poor neighborhood, because you know how they think. Like, they think in black and white. So, upper class means no problems at all, no creeps, no harassment, nothing. I was very honest in my last video, and I said that is not true. You cannot manipulate. I mean, yes, the way you look, it helps, but you cannot completely get rid of creepy attention. Once again, Taylor Swift, a billionaire. A man swam to her house to access her beauty. A creepy man, a stranger. Some women will try to nag the pretty woman and say, oh, well, that's just happening because you live in the ghetto. It always goes back to like things being raggedy, right? Well, she literally is in an isolated mansion, and a man still found a way to have the audacity to access her beauty. But yet, these people are talking about when men get a hold of a little beauty, they go, oh no, not today. You know, I'm just too soft for this. I'm just not equipped. So even when you're a billionaire and you're super rich, the bottom line is everybody sees beauty the same, and beauty provokes the audacity in people. Okay? So this notion of, oh, well, when you're on top and you're just so gorgeous and intimidated, guys ignore you because, you know, you're too intimidating. It just needs to stop. The cope needs to stop. If anything, if you are extremely gorgeous, guys will harass you, or you'll get like extreme pretty privilege. Like my friends, I talk about my friends a lot. Every time I look up, these girls are on a new island, okay? Because they're so pretty, their looks have carried. So women really be sitting up there talking about when you're pretty, guys will be too shy. Shy? When you are strikingly beautiful, men will pay all your bills. Your lifestyle will be on free mode. You're in this country, that country. Get like shy. Some will literally trick off on you. I'm sorry, but my friends, they get tricked off on. Okay? And we are really going to sit up here with the logic of when you're too beautiful, it's like, no, she's going to get overlooked. Men are not going to pay her any mind. Please. Men be stepping with the utmost audacity. Married, got a girlfriend.
Particularly attractive women are almost a different species than your average woman.
They go through life with a completely different experience, and it's not all negative. I'm not saying it in a negative way. A lot of it, there's a lot of perks to it, but the main kind of ramification of being beautiful is you're a commodity or you're a threat. One or the other. You polarize people. People are never neutral to a beautiful woman. You can never just see a beautiful woman and she just walks past you and you're neutral. You can do that with average women, neutral. And then she has to earn your either respect or disrespect. She has to do something to cause that reaction in you. As a beautiful woman, you can do absolutely nothing, and you can incite intense hatred in either men and women, mainly women.
So yeah, talking point demolished. Come on, bring all the copes that you have. I'm working on another video now where women will blame the state. So now you have women blaming the state, talking about, oh, well, this state's not for black women and that state's not for black women. Okay. Well, we'll see what I have to say about that. So yeah, that this video is done. I just wanted to explain illogical, delusional talking points of the more beautiful you look, the more guys are, just like fragile, less, they're just super intimidated, like, oh my gosh, yeah, and then when you look unattractive, they said chop, which means ugly. I kept saying that word. When you look raggedy, apparently you're supposed to receive like an abundance of attention from men. Um, and I debunked that talking point. That's so far from the truth. Okay, come on, that's just common sense. Really? Stop trying to make everything backwards. It's a cope to make themselves feel better for when they go out, okay, and ain't nobody paying their mind. They go home and their homegirls tell her, oh, you was too pretty. You just was too gorgeous. And then when they're envious of the woman that did get the oohs and the ahs and the heads turning, oh, it's because she's raggedy and chopped and ugly looking. It's literally typical textbook mean girl behavior. Stop trying to put doubt into the beautiful woman that is stealing all of the attention away from you. Okay, you see that 2-for-1 that they try to do with that little talking point? The whole let me cope while also putting doubt into the woman that walks in the room and gets all the attention. Why do beautiful celebrities get all the adoration? They get the most adoration, actually. They get the most male attention. The most. Is it because they're chopped? Is it because they're ugly? Is it because they're raggedy? Is Megan Fox raggedy? Is Holly Berry chopped? Is Nia Long raggedy? Remember when I said everybody pretty much sees beauty the same? So some of you guys as raggedy boyfriends be drooling over these celebrities that I named. Does that take away from their beauty just because a dusty or your creepy boyfriend likes them, a creep likes them? Oh, is it because they're chopped and they're raggedy? And if these celebrities weren't raggedy, then they wouldn't attract dusties and creeps and stuff like that. No, it's because they're up there with the most beautiful. Okay? It's a hard pill to swallow, but it's okay. Work on yourself. But what I wanted to say, I had one question, okay, before I leave. Which one is it? So when you're beautiful, ladies, which one is it? Which talking point is it? When you're beautiful, do guys leave you alone for the night? Do they shy away from you? Do they not step to you? Or do you have to pick the bear in the forest because every time you go out your house when you're looking good, guys are in the bushes harassing you on every 5 seconds on a daily basis to the point where you have to literally pick a bear over a human. Okay? Which talking point is it? I'm just confused. And so this is why I talk about things like this on my channel when I'm noticing that there's a little bit of fakeness behind a conversation, because what I notice is women are kind of emotional. They have whatever talking point fits for, that day or whatever, but it's not consistent. Are we scared of men because they're the aggressors, or do men leave us alone when women look pretty? Okay? Pick a struggle. I'm just saying, stay consistent. Pick an act. So, yeah. Alrighty. I'll catch you guys in the next video.